Hey guys, it's kind of pretty out today, a little warm. Thought I'd walk around the cemetery and see what I might hear. May hear something, may not, but you never know. I would listen with earbuds. I know I'm going to. Let's see, Larry's flowers are still upright. Mother's cross is still up, but Mama's headstone, I've got to get that root up right there, that stump, and straighten that gum crookness out in that headstone right there. Crooked as a dog hind leg. That gummit. You see how slanted it is. Kind of crazy people out and about today. I think that's Glenn. I don't know who that is. That might be my cousin Glenn over there. Mom, Granddaddy, Mother, Larry. If you guys would like to talk, I'll be able to hear you when I play this back. My granddaddy, he was in the Navy during World War II. Just right straight across this road down here, the highway. There used to be a set of apartments down there that we lived in. That's where he passed away. He was blind and didn't have no legs. After they bombed at Pearl Harbor over there, they went over there and walked around and in Hiroshima, and he got some sort of something from that radiation over there. It started messing with his eyes, and then he finally went blind. But during that, at the same time, he got a nick on the ankle, and it set up gangrene, and they had to take his leg off, and within a couple of weeks they had to take the other off. So my grandmother tended to him for about 14 years. I had to basically do everything for him. Could you imagine that kind of life? Blind, no legs. It'd have to be terrible. James, Linda, Katrina, Christy, Shonda. I love you guys. Mama, Papa, Doris, Snapper, Burl, Rossi. Love you all. That had to be a horrible way to have to live like that, with no legs and blind. But I guess you have to adapt somehow. Mama, when I call Mama, my grandmother, She was a good woman. A story about my granddad. Uh, I was at school, and about I'd say about 2:30, 2:40, something like that. I had a gut feeling. I almost got sick, and I, I didn't understand it really at the time. And we got out of school at 2:45. Everybody was on the bus by 2:50, and I got home probably about 3:15, 3:20, something like that. And my room was on the other side of my granddad's room. And when I come in, I just walked to my room and laid across the bed. And I heard my grandmother go in there and say, "Chuck, what do you want for supper?" And I didn't hear a reply back. But I looked when Mama walked back out of his room. She went in the kitchen where Mother and Wanda was, and she said, "Y'all, Chuck's dead." And I believe that about 2:30, between 2:30 and 2:40, I believe his passing is what I felt. And that's when I started learning about everybody has a sixth sense. If you just learn how to use it and trust your instinct. Now that I've got a lot older, I've learned how to tell the difference between a death or just something that's going to be told to me either that day or through the week. It's just a feeling that you get, and everybody can do it. Everybody has it, but you just got to be open for it and really listen to intuition. Like JC here, a mother and them went to school with him. He's got a little lawnmower on his headstone there. He was out mowing one day and run over electrical wire, and it burned him up while he's sitting on his lawnmower. It's terrible. You know, these cemeteries, where if it's this one here that I call, the family cemetery, or any other cemetery in the world, every grave, every person, there's 1,000 words that could be said about that person, and things that we wanted to say, never got the chance to say, or vice versa, either way. And I believe that's why I enjoy giving them a chance and opportunity to have a voice. They deserve it. They're square with the house again until the Lord comes back. It's just like a picture. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I guarantee you that's true too. And when people do like I do, and people see why I'm doing it, they make a change. For example, these two babies right here. For years, on in years, nobody ever come and brought anything to these graves. One had a little blue fire truck on it, one had a little red one. And here, a while back, I guess, well, I don't guess anymore. I know now since I talked to the lady. She seen my video. And she said, she said about everybody there every year, decoration time, they come in, which, is the second Sunday in May. We all come up here and bring flowers and whatnot. And she said these two here said that they stood out the most because nothing was changed. And seen it in my videos every time. Well, now you see they got flowers. They got little pots that they're going to fill up and put real flowers in during the spring. I mean, it was the family members of hers children, and she's their great niece that I spoke with. So, that just goes to show you what I do does make a difference in certain times and places. If you go back and watch that old Indian burial ground up there, abandoned Indian grave, I think is what I got it titled under. Well, I went up there twice, and the grass was taller than my head. When I went the third time, it was mowed down to where it wasn't maybe half-inch tall. So sometimes, again, these videos touch people in a certain way. That's what Mama said it would do. Share your gifts with the world. Don't just keep them for yourself. My grandmother right there. Love you, Mama. Love you, Mother. Love you, Larry. I love you all. Terry. Like I said, we might hear something, we might not. But it don't make no difference. I've kindly explained myself a little bit. And Mama told me one time, she said, if you just touch one person, she said, then you've done your job. And so far, I've got quite a few under my belt already. So I've even had spirits to come up to me and thank me for what I've done, giving their family members a voice. If that's not outstanding, then I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, but that feeling that you get sometimes when you don't know what that feeling is. It's like a weird feeling. Sometimes that can be something or someone feeding off your energy, causing you to think weird, to have these unimaginable thoughts in your head. A lot of doctors and things want to say that it can be psychologist, uh, however that's said. they want to think that there's a medication for that kind of stuff. But I can tell you right now, there's no doctor, no medications for how someone feels by a gift that the good Lord has gave them. Uh, Anybody and everybody at some point in time has had a feeling and didn't know what it was. And that's just the sixth sense that, like I said, everybody's got it. There's good and bad with that. There's always one bad one in the bunch. Have you heard that old tale before? But, I've heard people say, they didn't want to watch paranormal shows or whatnot. But then yet, they ask, say, can you reach out to my loved one? Sorry for my handshaking, guys. I'm trying to hold, I've got it on this little tripod thing here. Then they asked me to reach out to a loved one. And when I do, and they hear it back of the responses, it just, it blows their mind. And, I know a lot of YouTubers and whatnot have a multiple of male and female founds. Well, 98 or 99% of mine is female. And I'm not throwing guys under the bus by no means. But I have to say that is just one way, just one way that you can prove that women are smarter than men. They have the willpower, the backbone, the strength to want to learn, listen, see what they hear, how they get to hear it. I've said this before in the past. When I started this up, I figured, probably a bunch of guys get on there and, be like, well, I've tried that too, or we were to go and make one, with your angle, one with mine. And, well, I tried that one day. And let me tell you, the spirits are very, very intelligent. And I know the ones that's going to watch this knows that. But I was standing next to Carol. Everybody has seen Carol on my show. We were at Old Baptist Cemetery. And we did that. We put that to the challenge where we have her angle and my angle, but we stand side by side. So we did, and we filmed for about 15 minutes each. We got back home. She got her a pen and paper. I got me a pen and paper. We put our earbuds in, and her being no more than maybe a foot from me, at times our shoulders touched. We had total different comments coming back from the deceased. So that's awesome when you can get double, take someone with you that can film and whatnot. It's always a plus to get a second angle. That's like the other night we were sitting here on a show, and I heard a female voice. It didn't sound like it come through the spirit box, and I said that. But here a while back, I was doing a session for someone, I forget now, and after I done cut everything off. Before I had a chance to cut the camera, I heard there's still more to talk about. And there was nothing running in here. So that definitely let me know that these cold spots um, touches, uh, it's just spirit energy. You can tell when something's negative. Uh, it'll have an old bad odor to it. It'll smell worse than a dead skunk. Uh, Last few days, Christina and me have been talking with my mom, and I mentioned this the other day too. Um, I had mother to tell her what color uh, phone case she had in her hand, and she said, "That's my phone case because that's the one I bought her." She said, "That's mine." I said, "Yeah, that's yours." And Christina, she's put a bedazzled K on the back of it, and I heard mother say, "I see that K," and Christina's eyes just got as big as $50. And ever since I've been saying things to mother toward Christina, like, do you see what she's got in her hand? Do you see what color shirt she's wearing? All this. Well, now, and I've mentioned this 1,000 times to everybody, anytime you hear your name on my show, for the next couple of weeks, month, maybe even more, if you see, feel, or hear anything, don't think nothing of it. It's just their way of letting you know they're there. And Christina's been feeling that. And there's a lot of time that I feel and see that it's not only just my mom. Sometimes it's hers as well. And she kept telling me, even as much as earlier today, before I took her to work, I looked right at her because I seen someone stand next to her. And she grabbed her side of her neck real fast. She said, "If that's Mama Joy, tell her to do something to let me know that it's her." And I had to withhold all that I possibly could because it was not mother. It was her mom. And this has been going on for a while now. And she's getting more and more used to it. But to her right now, it's still strange. It's not really sunk in yet. But very rarely, she wants me to try to reach out to her mom or whatnot. And I really don't even have to reach out. She's always around. Spirit can hear every thought you think. And I just thought that it was awesome of her mom to be so gentle with her. Because it would literally cause her to faint if she seen her mom's full body operation. And her mom knows that. The reason my mom showed me herself when I was still in Illinois is because she knows that, I'm used to these kind of things. When a spirit feels your energy, they know where, if you're sad, you're happy, what will scare you, what won't. And I've talked on that many a time. If one thinks that they're going to scare you, they won't show themselves like that to you. They'll just do little things. Um, I don't know if y'all could hear that or not, but something was tapping on my wall. Um, but a lot of them, they won't show themselves to you like that, thinking they scare you. You have to build a trust bond, same way as it is in life. Um, when you can let a spirit know that you're comfortable and you're willing to see them, it's a total different idea here. Um, they can show themselves in many, many different ways, and it don't have to be a full body operation. Um, but right now, Christina's in the mix of feeling like a fly landed on her, or a spider web, or a brush of cold air, hearing a breath in her ear. All that is good for her to feel and hear. That way she can get more comfortable with it. When I see that her in her, that she's accepting all this and not going to be fearful of it, I believe that's when her mom will most definitely show herself. Um, she's done had a couple of dreams about her mom, so I think it's going to happen sooner than later. But anyway, I can go live, like I said, because I can't read the daggum comments on that little phone. Uh, we'll try to go live tonight. She gets off at 8, so it'll probably be around 9:30 or so before we get to go live. But either way, we'll try to go live. She can turn that thing on over there and blow up that chat so I can read it over there. I don't know how she's doing that. So anyway, I hope y'all take something from this, and maybe something out of all of it you have experienced something like that yourself, and you're not crazy. Don't let people twist your mind and say that you are, because you're not. It's perfectly normal. Yeah. I love you guys. I'll see you tonight.